Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the misconception that a lot of people have about whether they should wait to sell their house in the spring or go ahead and try to sell it in the winter. A lot of people believe that they have to wait till spring or summertime when the grass is green and the flowers are out and everything's all pretty, but that may not be the best choice for you. Let's talk about some of the reasons why wintertime might be your best option. Let's just go take a look at one of the houses that just recently sold in the dead of winter. So this is 127 Meadowwood Drive in Thomasville. We listed this house right before Christmas in the wintertime, right around the holidays, the worst possible time you could probably list a house. And the first showing we got an offer. This goes to show that the myth of selling your house in the wintertime is probably outdated. Let's go take a look inside. So even though we listed this house at what many would believe was a bad time right before Christmas and in the winter time and it was raining, there's a few advantages to listing a home in the wintertime. Let's talk about what a few of those might be. So I've got 6 reasons why selling in the wintertime might be a great advantage to you. Now stay to the end because I'm going to have some tips for when you do sell during the wintertime. Some things you can do to maybe stand out from the rest of the crowd. So one good reason for selling your house in the winter is that the buyers that are coming through are very serious. If they're willing to put up with rainy, cold, or snowy days to go look at a house, that weeds out a lot of the buyers that are, let's just call them less than serious. Oftentimes these buyers are looking because they've had a recent change of living arrangements or they've had a new job come up, and their need to buy a house is normally pretty urgent and motivated. And the number 2 reason you might want to list your house in the winter is there just isn't much competition. Let's face it, do you really want to wait till spring and have 5 or 6 other houses in your neighborhood that you're going to be competing directly with? Or would you rather be the only house listed in that neighborhood, so when all those buyers are still looking in that neighborhood, you're the only one they're going to see? So the number 3 advantage to listing your home in the winter is since there are less homes listed, that means the real estate agent's time is not going to be divided as much. You'll be more of a priority to them since they're not going to have as many listings at the time because there's less competition. That means when you have an issue or an emergency or just have a question about anything, you should be able to reach them quicker and get the answers you need. Number 4, let's face it, some homes show better in the wintertime than they do in the summer. What better time than during Christmas or wintertime to show how cozy your house could be, or have the fireplace lit, decorate your house with all your Christmas ornaments and stage it basically with your own stuff. It's kind of hard to have a fireplace lit when it's 95 degrees outside and you're showing a house to actually show how cozy it can be in the wintertime. So just because it's wintertime doesn't mean the inside can't be inviting. So number 5 is one thing that a lot of people overlook or don't think about when they go to sell a house. At the end of the year is a lot of times when people will get their bonuses from their companies. Well, just because they got a bonus doesn't mean they're going to save it or spend it on something crazy. They might be using it for a down payment for a house. Not only that, there's a bunch of companies after the 1st or in January that start relocating employees. Most of the time they give them bonuses or relocating salaries, and those people need to move in a hurry a lot of times and don't have a choice to shop around for 6 months for a house. That's where you step in as the only logical choice and maybe the only house on the market. And number 6, the baby boom. There's normally a baby boom right around September every year. According to the Social Security Administration, there's more births in the month of September than any other month of the year. That means that new parents get the baby home, they're there, of course they don't want to move for the holidays, they want everybody to be there, see the baby, and then after that they're realizing how small that 2-bedroom or even 1-bedroom house they had is. And now they're needing to expand, build a nursery, etc., etc. So they're going to be looking at the first of the year or even sooner to find a new house that might be a little bit bigger and fit the growing family. So as I said before, here's a few tips for when you get ready to list your house in winter that might make it more appealing to buyers, or at least make it a little easier on you when the time comes. Make sure there's a sign and a place for people to put their shoes. You don't want people coming in after the wet winter weather tromping in mud either on your hardwood floors or on your carpet, either one. Go ahead and put a sign up at the front door, please remove shoes, and have a place for them to put those dirty shoes, preferably not outside in the cold. Make sure when people come to see your house that it's warm and inviting, mostly warm. You don't want to go see a house in the wintertime and it be freezing when you get inside and then be wondering, well, do these people even have heat? If there's a fireplace, have it lit. You don't have to keep it lit, but light it when you know buyers are going to be coming by. It at least makes it a little warmer and cozy feeling. All right, this one's a pet peeve. Whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, make sure you sniff out odors, or better yet, have somebody else sniff out some of these odors. Pets, either dogs or cats, in your furniture, or in your carpet, or in anything else. Kitty litter, get rid of it, get it out of there. No one wants to come in and smell cat pee when they first walk in the door. Candles and plug-ins and other scents are fine, but in this case, less is more. I always tell people to kind of put something near the door, if not to cover anything up, but put something near the door so that when they first come in, they get that initial, oh, this is nice. But as they're walking through the house, it's not overpowering them. Don't forget, if it's snowy or salty outside, to make sure you shovel the sidewalks so that you can lay down the salt or sand or whatever your preference. Just make sure it's safe for people coming in your house. Last thing you need is some kind of lost just because you decide to sell your house. And for the last one, and me personally, I think is the biggest one, make sure you get the most light possible. Wintertime is the darkest time of year anyway. Open all your blinds, make sure all your light bulbs are changed, make sure they're all bright and not some kind of dim something or another. I prefer not a soft white, but I prefer the bright white or daylights. I think they just look cleaner and they're brighter, but that's personal opinion, I guess. Just make sure at least all the bulbs work. I don't know how many times I've seen houses that one of the bulbs are out, two of the bulbs are out, or all the bulbs are out. But make sure all your bulbs are working. Blinds are open, you're getting as much daylight through there as possible, and it'll be a lot more appealing to new buyers when they come to. Well, I hope you found this somewhat helpful. If you've even thought about selling your house at all, summer, spring, winter, or fall, I hope I can be of service to you. Or if you found these tips helpful, leave a comment below what you think your most helpful tip was, or if you've got another tip, leave it below for somebody else to help them out. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.